Hello everybody, welcome on back to another video on the Universe Channel, and today in this video we have some very exciting images on all of the brand new Lego Harry Potter 20th anniversary sets. So if you're going to enjoy the video, then I would always appreciate a like and subscription as well. But with that being said, let's begin. So a couple of weeks ago we got the set names and descriptions from promo bricks on all of the Lego Harry Potter 20th anniversary sets. However, today we've actually got some leaked images of all of the sets. And now, unfortunately, I can't show you any of these images because, one, they're really blurry, and two, they have a massive confidential logo on them. So I can't show you these images at all. However, I will describe them and sort of tell you what I think of them and my overall opinions, because from the description that we got from promo bricks, there are a lot of extra things as well in this set, and I just sort of want to express all my views and opinions. So there are 4 sets in total. The first one we're going to look at is the Shrieking Shack. Now, I have to say, as a whole, the Shrieking Shack, I really wasn't expecting to be that great. And I was expecting it to be pretty bad, but you know what? It looks really good. I think that Lego have done a really great job with this, and it includes about 800 pieces, and you get 2 buildings in the set, which are the 3 broomsticks and honeydukes. And from hearing all that information, I didn't think much of the Shrieking Shack set, but I have to say this is probably my most favorite set out of all of them, for the 20th anniversary wave, and I definitely will be picking this up. But I feel as though Lego have just done an absolutely phenomenal job with the buildings. I didn't think it was possible to pull off, but Lego did it. So as for what they look like, honeydukes, it looks really good. So you've got the bottom section, which isn't really too tall, but then you've got the roof, which is pretty long. It's pretty tall, and it's really nice the way Lego have done it because it slopes upwards, which I really like. And there is also a green window in the middle section as well of the roof, which looks really nice. And also at the bottom of the roof section, there are white pieces which are used to represent the snow, which I really appreciate Lego doing to sort of represent that it is in the winter season. And then as for the 3 broomsticks, it looks really cool. It is all brown, and you've got a big tower at the top, and then you've got sort of a little tower at the bottom section, which is sort of the entry. And I feel as though it looks really nice. There are a few white pieces as well on the sides for the side towers, to again represent that snow. And there is also a big window at the top section. And there is also a lamppost next to it as well. But one thing though is they do have a lot of studs on them as well, so the roofs don't have any tiles or anything. They're just all studs, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I think that it would have been cool if Lego would perhaps tile it all off or some of it. But I think that Lego did a pretty good job, especially for using 800 pieces to make 2 really good buildings. So I'm really happy with how this all looks. As for minifigures go, they're okay. I can't really see them too clearly. The only one that I can really make out is Harry Potter, and he's the exact same one that came in the Hagrid's Hut set. So figures are okay there, but I think that the buildings are really good, and I think a lot of people are going to be really happy with that. Next up, we have the Hogwarts expansion set, which will be $40, and this comes with the Fluffy. And I think that this one looks fine. It looks very similar to the building techniques used for the original Harry Potter sets, and it does have the green roof. I don't think that the green roof looks that great, to be honest. It doesn't look the best. However, it looks okay. I think that the build's pretty decent. And I'm not sure if this will connect with the other Harry Potter castle sets that we have at the moment with the grey roofs. However, I think that it's a pretty solid build. You get the Fluffy build as well, which I think looks fine. It does have a new molded headpiece. I can't really tell with the rest of it, but I think that the rest of the body is a mold as well, which looks fine. And then you get 3 minifigures. You get Harry, Hermione, and Ron. I can't see any of the gold minifigures, unfortunately, so I don't know what the golden figure for this set actually looks like. However, it's just going to be a normal minifigure in gold. But I don't really have too much to say about this one because I can't see the interior or anything like that. But I think that this one's a pretty decent set, and I feel as though these castle sets actually look much better than I honestly expected, because I wasn't really expecting too much from this Harry Potter theme. But I think that Lego did a pretty good job with it, but I just think that the green roof isn't the best. I feel as though the grey one looks much better. However, it being 20th anniversary and everything, I get why Lego have done this to sort of go back to the original Harry Potter castle sets that we saw in the early 2000s. And then you also get a golden harp with it as well, which actually looks really good. It is probably one of my favorite builds of this set. It is really small, but I feel as though it's a really nice little build and a little addition to add to this set. Okay, next up we have the Great Hall. This one I've been dying to see for absolutely ages, and I think a lot of people have as well, to sort of see how Lego have approached this set. But you know, it looks much better than I expected. It isn't the best thing out there, but you know what? I think that Lego did a decent job with it. Again, this isn't the clearest image ever, but it looks fine. So let's talk about the actual Great Hall section. So the Great Hall itself is much smaller than the previous one. And just to sort of tell you the size and everything, it has 5 of those windows at the front. Now the Great Hall from 2018 had 8, so it's much more smaller than the previous one. And as for the height, I think it is the same height as well. It's not any bigger or anything like that, and it still has them 3 mini towers on the top. And as for the actual tower on the side, it doesn't look that great, I have to admit. It's a really, really weird sort of design, and I don't know if it's just this image or the set's actually like that, but for some reason the exterior isn't there. It's kind of like there's just a big gap, a square gap in the middle, which doesn't look all that great, but it could be at the angle that it has been positioned in. And you do also get a bit of an expansion as well, and the expansion is to hold the bolts, which I think looks fine. And then you also get the Chamber of Secrets expansion as well, which is actually at the bottom. So you get the rock surface, which looks pretty decent, and I feel as though it's about time that Lego have finally given us a new updated Hogwarts castle with the rock surface, and that rock surface has the Chamber of Secrets inside of it. So the Great Hall is one sort of section by itself, and then you've got the tower next to it, and it can disconnect, which I really like. And then you can keep connecting up and everything. But the actual Chamber of Secrets, for the rocky structure, I don't know what the interior looks like, but you know, it looks fine. It looks really weird because it's not grey. The rock, it's kind of like a brownish color, which doesn't look all that great. And then you also get the basilisk as well, which looks really good. It's green. It looks very similar to the original green basilisk that we got in the original Harry Potter sets. So I'm really, really happy with how that one's turned out. I think that looks really good, and it's much better than the basilisk that we got in 2018. And the thing that I really like is that it's actually green and not black. So yeah, I think that this set is pretty decent. I don't know if I would recommend picking it up if you've already got the 2018 Great Hall, because it is a pretty big letdown. But I feel as though if you want to get this for investment purposes, I feel as though then I would recommend doing so. But I'm really confused how this will connect on with the other ones that we've got for this 20th anniversary rave, because just from what I've seen with that other Hogwarts expansion with Fluffy, it doesn't really look as though they will connect, or it's just going to be a really, really weird thing. But that's all I have to really say about the Great Hall. And the last set that we have is the girls' bathroom. Now, this set, everyone was expecting it to look like the Room of Requirement, and I have to say I was kind of expecting that as well. However, this set looks nothing like the Room of Requirement whatsoever. It looks completely different to what I ever expected it to be. It's a actual rectangle shape, which it's a weird idea, but it looks fine. I'm happy with the way it looks and everything. I think Lego did a pretty good job with that. You get 3 minifigures in the set. You get Ron, Harry, and Hermione. She has the new moldy cat headpiece, which looks really nice. I really like that, and I think that's going to be a massive draw for a lot of people to this set. Now, as for this one connecting to the other castle sets with the grey roofs on them, I think that this one might actually connect. I'm not sure. There are some Technic axle pieces on the sides in grey. And I think that this one probably would connect just from looking at it. And it also wouldn't look weird or anything with the other ones. Now, one thing that I'm really confused by is that it doesn't have a roof or anything. And I know the Room of Requirement didn't have a roof, but the thing is with this one, because it's a rectangle, there's a massive gap at the top. And it's kind of like as though it's part of a modular building. So when you get a modular building, you usually get a few levels, and you can disconnect them and rearrange them and such, and sort of take them apart to get easier access into the interior. It's kind of like that, but with the girls' bathroom, it's a section that's been taken off a modular building, just from looking at the top and everything, so that's weird. I don't know, Lego might have this connect to some of the other castle sets or something, or they might have something else in line. This might be part of a tower that they're going to make more sets for, and then you build it up. I'm not really sure about that yet, but it looks fine. As for the interior, you get the big sink, and that takes up majority of the room. Then I can't really see a toilet anywhere, but there is a massive brown section, which could be the toilet, I think. And for the floor, it looks like that they use some grey tile pieces for the floor, which looks fine. I'm happy with that. And there is also a bit of blue tiles in there as well to sort of represent the water, I'm guessing. But I think that this set looks fine. And as for my overall opinions on all of the new Harry Potter sets, I think that Lego did a really good job with them. Well, most of them. I don't really like the Great Hall too much. I think that the previous one looks much better. But I don't think that it's a bad set. And I think that Lego really should be proud of themselves. I think that the one that I think is my favorite is probably going to be the Shrieking Shack, and I would definitely recommend everyone picking that one up if you like Harry Potter, because the Shrieking Shack we haven't had in absolutely ages, and I think that Lego did a really good job with that. And I honestly didn't think it would be possible to pull that off with having 800 pieces and 2 good buildings, but Lego did a really good job with that. But with that being said, everybody, this is the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, then I would always appreciate a like and subscription as well. Let me know in the comment section down below which Harry Potter Summer 2021 anniversary set you are most looking forward to. And hopefully soon I can share you some official images of these sets. And I do, again, apologize that I couldn't show you these images in this video. But if you did enjoy it, then like, subscribe for more epic Lego content. I'll talk to you guys soon. So peace out, see you later, and bye-bye.